pleasures and smiles. It's a magical bond two pals can share. Soon the whole world will be made aware of you and the death of Cthulhu, making the world a better place. Together you will have so much fun,
Sending all my stupid friends to oblivion.
you and the dark one
Tuck it,
Cthulhu.
bitches.
TTS man save me Believe it or not, I am fully dressed tonight.
You guys fucking kill me, I fucking swear. Honestly.
No toes in this household.
No toes in this household.
You are in shock.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. We are having lovely experiences in the chat. Definitely nothing scarring at all.
No.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. I was vibing too hard to the opening music, and I inhaled my vape a bit too quickly, and you missed me having a coughing fit just before we went live.
Yeah, that was what was taking so long. I was just waiting. I was actually being a considerate motherfucker for once.
For once.
Yeah,
Oh,
it doesn't
I see.
happen often. It happens like once a blue moon.
Once a blue moon.
Yeah, but I figured, it was a slightly longer than usual February. I'm gonna be nice for like one day.
One day.
One. And not even the whole day. Like, honestly, that one incident, that's probably it. I'm going back to being a cunt again. Ain't no one gonna stop me.
No.
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 Would you like to talk about the content warnings? Because I just realized I have forgotten to put my contact lenses in again, and I can't see.
Buckets on a bacon high. Nothing can bring them
Oh.
down.
I thought you were gonna say an ad break, and I'm like, bullshit. There is no ad break. 25 minutes. Anyway, hold. Let me just contact. Give me just like a minute.
Okay. Anyway, we are playing Danganronpa. Trigger Happy
What
Havoc,
we are?
and we are on the deadly life. The someone has been murdered, and
No one's been murdered.
someone has been murdered.
What?
Mhm.
This is news to me.
Yes. But anyway, this game includes graphic depictions of violence to teenagers, gore, graphic deaths, sudden loud noises, gun imagery, mentions of
Nagito.
abuse, incorrect portrayal of dissociative identity disorder, gender issues, motorbike crashes, toxic masculinity, and may also mention or reference past sexual assault. And yes, it will eventually have Nagito as a content warning, but eventually.
No, Nagito is a content warning now.
Nagito's
Sudden
a
loud
content
noises.
warning now. He's screaming. Wow. He is not feeling well today. He has just finished throwing up his guts all over the living room floor. So he is in here so we can keep an eye on him. So if you hear the screaming, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's throwing a bitch fit because he wants to go and try and eat shit out the sink again.
Nagito is the sudden loud noises. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I have to specify it is Nagito. Like, there's gonna be, like, sure, loud noises in the game. But, like, no, the loud noises, all Nagito.
Oh, Nagito.
The game music, like, that's literally Nagito. Like, all of it's him.
Yes, the poor baby.
Aw, what? You don't let me ripping the piss out you. Aw.
Nagito.
He's sitting there screaming. He's like, why would you do this to me? Why would you embarrass me in front of my friends?
Sound effects. Nagito, yes.
Voice lines, Nagito.
Nagito's going to be voicing the entire chapter.
When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. Whoa. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Oh, really, Makoto?
Shocking.
Fucking shocking behavior. Cryptic and Spirits voices, Nagito. Background music, Nagito.
It's all Nagito. Oh, you're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping, get your ass up.
Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. Well, it's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Ah!
Hey, are you okay?
Nagito is really not happy.
Wow.
Are you having a time back there?
He is having a time.
Actually, I've got a question. Do you guys want a death counter up during Danganronpa, or do you not want it up? Because I feel like it's cheeky and funny, but like also meh. What do you guys think? Death counter or no death counter?
No. Nagito says
Yes, death counter. Alright, so we had Sayaka die. Come on, there we go. And the guy at the very beginning in the opening is dead.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're not going to count all the Monokuma deaths. They don't count.
Make it pink, bubblegum flavoured death counter. Can you make it pink?
Maybe. Hold on. If you guys actually genuinely want it pink, give me just a second. Just a second. You guys are gonna have to see the fucking overlay shit. Boom.
Boom.
There we go. Are you guys happy? Is it pink enough? Is it pink enough? You never think anything's pink enough, Nagito. Alright, and I'm gonna make a button for it. Here. Pink death. Amazing. So I can now power it on and off. Congrats. We done. I am sorry that bored some of you guys to tears. I completely understand. I completely understand.
Why
But-
would they be bored? We had Nagito to entertain us.
But it's fine. It's fine. Nagito was singing musics. Why he was singing musics, don't know.
He wants to be famous.
So it wasn't a dream? Nagito, you know it wasn't a dream, but you can't tell him that. It's a spoiler. It's a spoiler, baby.
No spoilers, Nagito.
Come here. It's okay. Everything is fine. The world is fine. He's like, no, it's not.
It's not, don't lie to me.
What I saw, it was real.
That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead.
Huh. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is. If Sayaka is.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead.
No, I have to see for myself. Even though I've seen for myself already.
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there?
Well, what good is sitting around here gonna do? I mean, why are we all hanging out at the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either.
Then why?
Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on, don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So,
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have.
Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
Focus. I can do this. I can focus. I can focus. I would never do that. And if you can believe anything, you can believe that.
He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times One rule.
But
Then who did it? Who killed her?
come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's... What's the matter? You guys look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
Well, you're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
Someone killed someone. It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on, don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Why are you laughing?
It's 'cause naive. You're all just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz out of here? You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No, no, no. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain this second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part of the agreement you have to uphold. Remember?
Then perhaps.
Sorry, I had to drop my voices. You're referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. And that, folks, is why we're all on jury duty. So, you know, you've been summoned, whether or not you are registered to vote, don't care, not a legal system. We are all the jury. You have been summoned. Summoned. You've been summoned every other Friday for the rest of your life. Only jury duty. Only only Monokuma.
Only Monokuma. Just Monokuma.
So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yup, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is.
I'm enjoying the music, don't mind me.
Me too.
And once
You know, you're saying that like you're the one doing more movement than me, but I'm over here just like bopping.
by popular vote. If
Am I- am
the
I-
answer you've arrived at is correct,
Guilty, I mean, not guilty.
only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder.
Am I allowed to make a comment about other characters that won't show up until later games? Because we've already talked about Nagito.
Sure.
Okay, so there's like the boys here, and then there's, you know, who are supposed to be like the girls over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look less in my mind like Chihiro looks, and almost more like Chiaki.
Yeah. Shush.
Chiaki is a girl who shows up in one of the later games who has a resemblance to Chihiro. But, you know, I feel like that doesn't look like Chihiro, that looks like Chiaki.
Mm-hmm.
Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it. Well,
So, exactly what is this punishment you keep talking about? Well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution?
what?
And by execution, you mean...
Execution is execution.
Two free wellness shots. The 2 free wellness shots is going to continue being funny in all of these death, dying games we play. Look forward to a month of free wellness shots being partnered with Your Killing Games.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. No, you don't get any of the free health shots. It'll make you throw up again.
No throwing up again, Nagito.
You don't get any more people foods.
Oh, poor Bucket. That is the worst. I hate it when that happens.
Oh, fucking hate that. I actually had a whole bunch of spare ones. Like, what did I say about no people foods? That includes candles. You can't take chomps out of candles. It's not allowed. He's up here trying to have the Forbidden Airheads candies. Being a menace. A menace. I was saying something. Yes, I used to have a bunch of fucking spare styluses because that would happen and they would just be everywhere. But because I've always been the one to clean the house, whether it was when I lived on my own or when I lived back with other people, I've always been the person like that would clean and do the vacuuming. So, you know, I would just vacuum, find like 3 of them, add them to my stash, and then lose them throughout like the next couple of days, and then find them again and just keep recycling my stash like that. And it all worked swimmingly until I moved, and then I lost them all.
Sad.
Candles are not people food, but he thinks it's people food.
Mm-hmm. So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Oh, look at you implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind.
Nagito, off. Please. He decided he wanted to go and try and be on camera, but, you know, the camera is not on. He can't be on camera.
No camera thing.
A new rule has been added.
Wait, hold on a second. You're freaking insane, you know that? A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop
What
it.
do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
What the hell are you talking about?
What? Punishment?
I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be a part of this.
Don't be so selfish.
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me.
The evil standing here before me. I am trembling with fear. Trembling! But I won't give in to such evil. It is my style to stick it out and resist until the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first.
As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then,
Ugh.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Uh-oh.
uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Skittios.
What do you think, guys? Do we have to wait till she takes her last breath, or should we just count her dead now? I'm just saying, no one's surviving this.
No.
This wasn't supposed
Junko, no.
Why? Me?
Junko, I love you. Come back. Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
What the?
I don't.
This can't be real.
No way! Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Oh, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. And yeah, it is a little bit overkill, isn't it not? But it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Anyone who dies here, you'll get to see in the spin-off game whenever we occasionally play it on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, everybody is in the spin-off game, like the summer camp one. Everybody. And I mean everybody.
Everybody.
Even the people you don't want to be there. They're all there. Even the fucking mono cubs. Fucking mono cubs. Shiver to my core.
Fucking cubs.
Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She'd died. She'd been murdered. Moided. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
It's really not all that shocking. She just died. That's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something?
I changed my mind.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Killed this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma. Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. Ta-da! This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it... I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka?
I mean, he very well couldn't tell you if you're right or wrong if he didn't know.
Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Now then, please put your full effort behind this investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in... a little while.
Oh, so is he a crocodile then? Because, you know, he's not going to see you later. He's going to see you in a while. I thought he was a bear this whole time.
This whole time.
I've played this game like 3 times, and the whole time I thought he was a bear. Wow.
Wow.
The things you learn about people. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. I know exactly, Nagito. Why does he have to keep monologuing? He's not a comic book villain. He can just shush. Makoto, shut. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that.
Silence.
Nagito, look, here's your bed. It's a comfy, cozy little bed. Comfy, cozy little bed. It's comfy, it's cozy. Go inside. Come on. Go in the bed. He will not go in the bed. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even such perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable to or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame. What an awful thing to say, especially after what's just happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. Zip.
We just have to... Sorry. We just have to do it. I don't know why I got so quiet. I lost the ability to... I lost the ability to control the volume of my voice for a second.
Did you take my silence too far?
You know, I think on a subconscious level I did. I was like, I have to be quiet. I have to be quiet! Everyone kept repeating that sentiment, that they had to be quiet. They were using like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they are right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. You know, I'm gonna make a comment, and despite the fact that I know everything that's going to happen, because I played this, it will not spoil anything. I promise. It's just a thought. You would think that whoever was going to kill someone first, they would have gone after somebody like Sakura or Mondo or something, because they didn't know that there was going to be a trial after each death until just now. So the person who was killing people probably thought they could have just kept killing people, right?
Yeah.
So you would think you would want to start with one of these two tough ones that are going to be a pain in the ass to kill, because no one else has died yet. So they're going to be less likely to be on their toes about it.
Yeah.
So you would think that one of these two would be the best target to die first.
Mm.
Because, you know, you've got people like Sayaka or Chihiro or maybe even Toko over here who wouldn't be very likely to, unless you were like really, really weak or something, they probably couldn't kick your ass hard enough to stay alive.
Yeah.
You know? So they would be the people that would make sense to save for last. But people like Sakura or Mondo just don't make sense to leave lying around, because either if they catch you or if you go after them once they suspect people are going to start dying, that's it. Lights out. Unless the killer is one of these two, they're fucking done. Like, I don't know, that's just some common sense bits to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were going to kill someone, going after one of them first would have been the idea. Or both of them. You know, if somebody could have gone after both of them relatively early, you know, the rest of these people, unless they gang up on you, none of them look particularly tough.
Yeah.
It's just these two. Or not this one. These two. And I guess potentially Leon. Like, he is a baseball guy, so he's got strong arms and stuff.
Mm.
As much as she's also athletic, she's not the same kind of athletic. So I would say it's like those two, maybe Leon, would be your primary targets to get out first.
Mm-hmm.
So, just saying. All right, who we talk? We talk to everybody.
We talked to everyone.
She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us. They... Fumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Huh? What's going on?
Is this really happening? Screw that piece of shit bear. I hate this. But still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
Oh.
So you finally noticed? Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. And I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. But she's right.
Ah! Then it could be... All at once, everyone's gaze is turned to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth.
The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is.
Are you serious?
So we're really gonna try and find out who did it? If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution.
What the heck?
That's what this ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene.
What do you mean?
You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the corporate decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him alone there.
What?
Well, why the hell not?
I mean, you technically could. Because if he suddenly cleaned up the scene, you'd know it was him.
Mhm.
And he's one of the tougher ones, so again, unless it's Sakura.
Yeah.
Which you'd be able to tell if his ass was kicked because, I mean, she's big.
Yep.
You'd be able to tell that there were her marks on him and not somebody else's.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you!
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. A two-player co-op-based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone.
I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that.
Huh? Hold on. Oh, hold on! Just wait a fucking second! She's dead? That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not just a joke or whatever, it's really real? Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your
You're just
problem?
now accepting that?
So
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
So,
well, do I really have to say any more?
perhaps you need
I'd rather if you didn't know.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck.
With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
I'll be going to.
And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? Better head to the scene of the crime.
That's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they'd better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up.
I have so much respect for him. Mondo is just... He is just such a good guy. Like... I am Team Mondo.
Mondo Stan. Yeah.
Yes, Mondo. Oh, Stan is the one that we can say. It's the other S word we can't. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, which one is it? Fuck. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that? We really don't have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka.
What are you implying?
this is
It was
very suspicious.
you.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet.
That's true. We may as well at least check just to check.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help but investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you
I
anyway.
fucking love the faces he pulls.
His facial expressions are great.
They really are.
Alright, I guess I better get going.
Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. It was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise everyone will...
Execution is execution. Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Well, I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. While I do this, would you mind topping off the waters? I noticed you're low and I'm low, and I can just talk to people that I voice right now while you're doing it. Thank you. The victim was Sayaka Maisuno. The time of death was estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to figure out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Okay, so what we're getting now are these truth bullet things. They will be important later. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna click on stuff and try to get the monies. I've already clicked on her, but I'm just gonna make sure there's no money gains. I'm only skipping over text I've already read. Aren't you gonna help with the investigation, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. No way! I seriously don't want to die here! I'm begging you, God! Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hero doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Anyway, people are welcome to, yes, it's a secret Moscow tool that'll help us later. That's exactly what I've been referencing. Good job. Good on you. Good on you. Hang on. Just a second. Let's see if I move it. I'm gonna do something real quick. Hold on tight, guys. Back to the channel template I go. There we go. I've moved the debts over. That should be centered. Yeah, it looks like their arrows aren't centered, but that is. So, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
I was just moving the deaths over because it was in front of the BGM, which makes it hard to see. Inside the display case are trophies and other items. There we go, coins. I guess I can't teleport right now. Okay. First of all, I should head towards the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. The notepad is here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Huh? Look at the lint roller. It looks like there's way less here than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's covered in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off in parts of the blade and on the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you touch it just a little bit. We've gotten a new truth bullet, guys. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. Really?
Shocking.
If I remember correctly. Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. Sayaka would have had the key in here to my room the entire time. Wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get in the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it, or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. How did the killer... There are scratches and gouges in the walls and in the bed. Wow! Is that evidence of a struggle? Oh, thank you for the follow! Hello!
Hello! Welcome in. Lovely to have you here.
Hope you're enjoying the Danganronpas.
Wait, okay, we're waiting. Does that mean... It means...
Me too, and that's why we're playing them. If the Streamlabs would just update.
Streamlabs would update. Are we playing it blind? No. We have both played this before, but people were really excited and wanted us to play it, so we are going on and we are pretending like we know nothing.
Except for the fact that I keep saying, I know stuff, but hear me out. But here's an observation that has nothing to do with anything, and I promise it's not a spoiler.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why it's not updating. Oh, there we go, there we go. It's doing the updates.
It's done the updates.
It did it!
Ta-da!
It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. And I don't know if it means 100 cryptids. The thing still shows 99, but shows the most recent follower, so I will have to check later. Or if anybody wants to check and is able to check, that's fine too. Damn it, I was right in the other room. If only I'd heard something. That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in one room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder.
We will check.
Yes, please do, son. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack? There are some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would just get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of a fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath?
Done.
Hold on. The display stand the sword was on. I already read that one. Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Our rooms are completely soundproof, so if that happened, there's no way you'd be able to know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder.
It's okay, Bucket. No worries. Revive your phone.
It's okay, revive the phone! Revive!
Revive!
I should look around here first. I can check other spots later. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here?
It's fine. It will update eventually.
Eventually. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was still investigating the area, but...
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really. I'm searching. Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my
Did
room.
you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
Are you a clean freak?
"What? No, I don't think so, but what?" Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room.
Unusual? What do you mean?
so
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair.
Really?
indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here.
Well, you know, now that you mentioned it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I'd never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
See,
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean.
Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it?
What have I not looked at?
Have you spoken to Mondo and
Oh, you know
Sakura?
what? No, I've not. I always forget that I have to speak to everybody too.
You know, I realised something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a
That
bitch.
dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in.
We stand Mondo.
Dan Mondo.
But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Dan!
Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey,
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see.
Stan Mondo or V Dom Murder Bear will stab
Oh, the
Jay.
drawer. I missed the drawer. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. It's mine, and I haven't seen any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right?
So you haven't used yours either, then?
Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we?
Okay, what am I on now? Bathroom. I'm on the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. San Mondo or V, the murder bear, will stab ya. Mm-hmm. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She'd lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. I don't know why. I saw the double Z and just my brain went Rizziness. And I'm like, why?
Rizziness.
Why? Fucking Riz has gotten to me. This is the fucking skibbity toilet all over again.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Water for the showers gets turned off at nighttime. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now was no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust in her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Some sort of sharp object. Some sort of sharp there's a knife!
A kniffy.
It's still fucking there. What do you mean, some sort of sharp object?
And yes, the conversation from Wednesday has bled over.
Oh. Wait, what conversation? What was
Rizziness.
Oh, yes, Rizzy. Yes. I try to forget about the Riz. I really do. But it just haunts me. Whatever they used to kill her, where did they get it? That's definitely... Oh. Ew.
Oh.
Oh.
Were you possessed by Hank Hill for a second there?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. That's definitely something I should look into later. Oh. Oh. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken.
Oh,
Her
big
wrist
yawns.
does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what the was about. It was me needing a yawn. But there's something sort of glittery in there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is, huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both of her hands are totally spotless, so how come it's only on her left finger?
Thank you, please, Danganronpa.
I'm fucking picturing it. Like, listen. You're picturing it. You're talking about it. Basically means it's happened. Basically. It basically means it happened, otherwise I'm not a boy or a store. I am neither. A boy nor a store.
Oh.
The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? It's so possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken, and after that the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Oh look, it's my old laptop password. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? I think I'll look at her as much as I can, yeah. So much text, damn.
It would seem
7.
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers? That's most likely Sayaka's dying message.
I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet?
He's a shitty poet, and guess what, bitches? He doesn't even know it.
Oh.
But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be?
The result?
well,
Think about it.
You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself.
Hold on. Okay.
What the fuck?
I had to put my hand in the position she was talking about it. I had to do it.
Yeah.
I had to do it, but like... Okay.
Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced.
I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not gonna tell me.
Today's death is brought to you by the number 23.
No, it's not. It's brought to you by the number 11037. It's right there. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken?
Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck?
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob.
Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about.
I mean, I noticed that the door is fucking broken. Like, what kind of angle is this?
That is a wonky door.
Huh? The doorknob. What the hell? The doorknob is practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional.
What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
so.
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing.
My bathroom door doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms could lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that?
Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms.
So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it? Interesting.
She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense she really was starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up.
What? What clears what up? I'm still lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later.
As if forgetting I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I really don't understand any of this, but I've already given my room a once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into the murder weapon and where it might have come from. Also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka already dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there were some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplate on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Alright, let's get that DVD. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. You know, after all that Hank Hill stuff earlier, I would be so down for trying to do a Hank Hill impersonation over fucking Makoto's lines if I could actually do a consistent Hank Hill impersonation, but I cannot. I could do Bobby, but I mean, I don't feel like that would work.
No.
Has to be Hank or nothing. Whoa. There's a sturdy gate here, no way to get past.
It's the end of the line! The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up.
How do you get this gate open?
No, no, no. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty?
No, no, no entry beyond this point. Only the person doing cleaning duty is allowed in.
Who's on cleaning duty? I'm not saying it again. This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others. Ooh, cleaning duty. Ooh. No! 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 No!
No.
I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask?
It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday
And asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school is flooded with trash in no time. So formally, I applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started.
And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it into the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. We're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get into the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key?
Sorry.
What's the point in going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want?
That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually,
Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they're discovered.
So that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring.
Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that,
Hey, you
hey,
bastard.
Fatty, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh.
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar. I know why you did it.
Is it?
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, and poking around at it.
There's no way to
What are you
think out
talking
the
about? All my love is
since
for
I'm
2D.
quick.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kind of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to...
I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it.
What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it?
That's not how it's supposed to.
Anyway, on to another topic. Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you.
What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered my flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss.
No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
Oh, okay.
So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said that he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out.
Whatever, please just hurry up.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi. It's out.
Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along.
No! I just want to see if the actual killer tried to destroy evidence or not.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You wanted to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world?
Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Ooh, what is this? There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something.
A burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love?
Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. It's part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff, which means... This is all that's left of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Yeah, is that?
Do you know what this is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on a quest to find that guy.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who does this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now.
Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Whoa! Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm certain it was off the last time I was down here.
Is it
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Fumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh? The fairy?
No, you said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off.
Ah, yes, about that. There can be no mistake. I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And I'm sure that the only one who has the key to open this gate is me. So it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet...
So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible?
This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon?
What I need.
Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
It sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. The green button turns it on and the yellow button turns it off. Or so it seems anyway.
Mr. Naegi, you seem a little down.
Huh? Really?
If you need any help lifting your spirits, call me anytime. I've got all kinds of stuff that might cheer you up.
It's me.
It's you.
It's me. I'm secretly a less cringy Hifumi.
No, not the fairies.
Oh no, not the fairies!
Smart. For me.
Smart!
For me. I was having fun wiggling a bit.
Oh, you're going, ooh. Don't mind me, I know we're on an important mission, but, you know.
Time to stop by the shop.
Alright, I learned my lesson. One coin at a time.
One at a time.
That's an item.
Yes, shop is top priority.
Gotta get stuff from the shop. Alright, to the gym. You! Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? Oh, no, I gotta get out of here, gotta get out now, I've had enough, I gotta break free! Hero, snap out of it. Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed, what the fuck?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did the guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He's whatever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously bullshit? Oh, let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt, this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million?! That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Alright, we have one more thing to do. And that is check the DVD.
2, because we also have to check the source of the mother weapon.
Oh, 2, yes, you're right. I'd completely forgotten about that. I'm glad you mentioned it. Become Ariana Grande Akagure. I see. Should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with a few friends she said had become so important to her. She was positively glowing out there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark. And the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who'd simply collapsed.
this ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
I still think that everyone should have watched all the videos together. Thank you. Everyone should have watched all the videos together.
Yeah.
Not watching the videos together just seemed like a really bad idea. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're all a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Was he trying to say he was able to even get to them? If that really did happen, everyone outside the world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Click on things, try to get coin. Alright, and the kitchen.
Listen to me.
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens... Wait, no, you might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget, beam! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes.
Okay. Also, can we talk about how fucking low to the ground he is? Like, look at this. This is eye level for Makoto. This is eye level.
He crawls about on his hands and knees.
Like, see, my original thought was maybe the game just doesn't show you when he's got a wheelchair or something, but listen.
Yes.
Those are footsteps.
Step.
Like, those are very clearly footsteps. So, you know, it couldn't be that he's just in a wheelchair or something. He is clearly just fucking short. Like, way shorter than the game shows you. You know what Makoto was like Cotton Hill? He's just had his shins removed.
Yeah.
Give coin. Give coin. What about you? Coin? Coin? There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the beginning, or... I better see if anyone here knows any more about it. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that.
Oh, so it wasn't missing from the very beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row.
So when did you notice that one of them had disappeared?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it.
Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka?
What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. I can think of one thing I didn't check that I thought I checked the first time I played this, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh.
No, that's the item.
Oh.
The... Okay, sorry, we're back. Spirit was like, wait, what item?
You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are.
See, shit like this is why I don't want to actually go to jury duty.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime.
So they're really convinced I did it, but... I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Let us begin.
Yes.
Good idea. Are you scared?
No, scared isn't quite right.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth.
She can honestly be such a bitch.
Can be.
I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone to tell me to do that. And Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with a heavy clunking sound towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when the time has finally come.
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school.
You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? It's just like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close. Total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up, hurry up!
Oh, it's outside. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was also like, what the fuck?
There's like this talking, but it almost sounds muffled, like it's coming from like a speaker, but it's somebody talking outside the flat, and it's just so weird how fake it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's somebody on speakerphone.
Maybe.
Maybe. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain of our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Alright. A 10 of influence. Increases influence gauge by 2. Effective during the class trial. I think that's... Oh, nope, there is more. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. All rise!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship.
So I have some blocked numbers in my phone for different people that like to call up and harass me. And so because they're blocked numbers and I have to remember why they're blocked, I actually have contacts for them. And the contact is just the pictures that they have, like, to remove the, you know, the little X's across the face from these games. Because it's so funny to me.
Yeah.
So occasionally, like, if I have to make, like, an emergency call or something like that, and all my numbers are unblocked for, like, 3 hours, and I get a phone call from one of those numbers, it's just so funny. Because it pops up, and then there's just, like, an insult that explains why I don't want to pick up the phone, to convince me not to pick it up, because otherwise I'm very social and I will answer when literally anyone calls. And it's so fucking funny. Friendship penetrates.
Okay, but what about that another empty seat. There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Alright, as things progress through the class trial, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak up one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and then fire with the Y button. Okay, so triangle. It'll be triangle for me. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
I'm gonna move the backer thing to the other side.
Just
So
a
it's in the
second,
way.
Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't
What
even
kind of
be explained.
accent does Celeste have? There's something there, but I can't pick it up.
It's like a fake French accent.
Yeah, it's just so phony sounding I couldn't identify it.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon. Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Right, kitchen knife set. I thought I set the difficulty to hard. Why am I only getting one bullet? Is it just because this is the tutorial round?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Hold on, I feel like what I heard is different from what I already know.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of
Without a doubt.
So the killer used some random knife they had.
No, that's wrong.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see...
You could sorta see? You could very clearly see, Mondo. Well, was everybody too distracted to see the knife sticking out of her stomach? Because it's fucking obvious. Look at that.
Being a kitchen knife.
Look at it. It's so clear.
So the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right, there's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? You can concentrate by holding down the RB button, which I figured out earlier, by holding it down when I was trying to speed it up. When you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it will steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. There's no need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun.
It is a classic case of everyone being 10 times dumb, also the protagonist can look smart.
Yeah. Alright, we got Hina's account here.
So I guess there's no question.
And the slowdown just looks like this.
The murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Kodo must have taken it from the kitchen, right? You did it in secret when nobody was in the dining room.
No, it's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
The factor thing was calling her thirsty. It was just showing off drinks in front of her.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
I mean, she is thirsty. Thirsty for Byakuya.
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Fucking face, look at that.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Sure, that's why.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So,
I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh.
I mean, at least he said he's sorry.
He's sorry.
He didn't mean anything by it. He said he was sorry. He apologized. He did the right thing.
He apologized.
Actually,
He
there
apologized.
is one
He
other
apologized.
possibility. Right
No, no, no. He apologized.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka. Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was.
I got it. Then Sayaka is the one who took the knife? That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, oh shit, it's trial time.
Because you see...
Oh shit, it's
the
trial
little did
time.
belong to
Yep,
the
we're
killer.
all on jury duty, guys.
Something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
And I'm fairly certain that this is Sun's and potentially other people's first jury duty. How are you liking it?
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Can you be excused? No. And if you have 100-degree fever, you do not need to be here to do moderator duty either. We'll take care of it. Like, if you need to bow out, just say something. Okay?
Please look after yourself, son.
Yeah, like, if you're ever running a fever that bad in the future, just tell us in advance. And if you need to bow out, we totally get it.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Technically, you've played all of V3, so you've served your penance.
I see.
It's fine, we'll get there eventually. You can play through it again.
Again.
Serve your penance again. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and the Y button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that shouldn't have been at the scene but wasn't. That was the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. These always take you a minute. I'm like, wait, what's the fucking word?
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
You walking into the cardboard cutout competition, but the try room's already there. That's right, there wasn't a single hair. Oh no, not a hair.
Removed some evidence?
Yes.
Well, it clearly wasn't Sakura and Akito. They would have left plenty of hair, and I don't think they would have had the ability to clean it up afterwards.
No.
Why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
I don't get why she has to make him figure it out. Because her life is on the line just as much.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but what is the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to learn more? From here on, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important, because your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong.
The trials they're so fun.
They
The
are.
reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, That's not lucky at all.
So
Or
the
is
reason
it?
the door didn't
Dun,
open
dun,
was
dun.
just because it was stuck.
I mean, if they couldn't prove that, the door wasn't really locked like that and stuff, it wouldn't be as much evidence to support the fact that, he didn't do it. So maybe he was lucky.
He was lucky.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
One important detail, something the killer didn't know. For some reason, they were convinced the door was locked, which means the important detail the killer didn't know was
I got it!
the crime took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms? Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Yeah, that happens with this game sometimes.
Yep.
Majority rules?
Unfortunately.
I really think that's a good
I
idea.
keep thinking my phone's going off when that noise happens. The do-do-do-do.
Yeah, our necks are on
It's
the
one of my
line
notification
here.
tones. I'm like, what? What?
Seriously needs
What?
to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
That's not entirely true, though. There is no such thing as an unpickable lock, just a lock that hasn't been picked yet.
Fine. How about this? The
I learned that in the lockpicking course that I basically failed. I had one of these summer camp things, and they had a lockpicking course, and I took it, and I was like the worst one. There was me. It was funny because it was me and a bunch of like these really preppy girls you wouldn't have imagined would have been possibly interested in that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sitting there like, oh, maybe, I've got a shot. Like, I'm techie and, I'm in engineering classes and whatever. So, like, I'll probably be able to do this. No. It was actually one of the cheerleader ladies who was the first to get theirs open. And I remember being very impressed.
Yeah.
Because she was both a cheerleader and had I want to say it was like a liberal arts background.
Mm-hmm.
So, no experience with this kind of thing whatsoever. And she picked it up like that. And I'm sitting there with my tech background and, my history of having to do stuff with my hands. And I'm like, oh, oh. But it was pretty cool. I saw some really impressive stuff in that little class. It was only a couple hours long, but it was great.
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
The reason there's no way Sayaka invited the killer into the room is I already have the answer.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm absolutely sure it's you, I won't open it. Otherwise, what's even the point of switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie?
I can't get enough of the fucking faces going.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you...
That's what I was thinking about earlier. I remembered that piece of evidence. I'm like, we didn't pick that up. What the fuck? There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? Sayaka.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then the note. Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. Sayaka.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
Oh, what image?
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that,
You know, one clever, or one massive mistake, though, and it's kind of covered by the writer's standings, is if she wrote that note, right, to get the person to come to her room, what if she couldn't find the note after she killed the person? Like, what if somebody else found the note before she did? Like, if they didn't take it with them?
Yeah.
If they dropped it somewhere or threw it in a bin? And it would have her name on it, which would prove she did it.
Yeah.
we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person.
Oh, the
into
shifting
room.
photos of the faces. I see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I've done that before. Just in fact, you know what? Hold. You know what I can do? You know what I can do? You know what I can do? I can... Putting it back where it was. There we go. It's back. I put it back. Oh, why'd you not like that?
That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
It's so disorienting. I'm seeing it on your screen over there.
Yeah.
That's exactly how the tiny ones feel, though. I have to look away. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
Though, to be fair, part of that's the image's fault, and then part of that's fucking Nagito earlier with his crap.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because...
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Also, they don't make it clear, like, do they have cameras or something?
Yeah, they don't really...
Because they keep saying, see?
I've always just assumed that their handbooks had cameras.
You know, I guess
they
that's true.
took pictures and that's what they're...
That's true if it's an Android tablet or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's very fair.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
Aw, V.
It's a V.
He did not like the shaking image.
No.
You barely have to touch that stuff.
I would imagine that, you know,
stick
having a
right to
fever,
you.
watching that,
That's
zooming in
true.
and out on you would be a nightmare.
That's true.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws
Purple
ever
sun.
closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
what happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Do you want to hear more? Yeah, sure. Are you getting used to the non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets in... Okay, fair enough.
No, it's doing it.
Okay, multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullet with the right weak spot to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the LB button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the LB button to siphon through the bullets. Or you can hold down the LB button and use the left stick to select a bullet. Each way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well, then, good luck and have fun.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Sword was used first and the knife came afterward. Is that really the order of events? That leads to some unexplainable details.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
Okay, I see where I got lost. I see where I fucked up. Okay.
But then the culprit...
And they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed this, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's
Wait, no,
wrist.
never mind. I'm lost again.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the
You're
kitchen
lost
knife
again.
she had hidden away.
Oh no.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
Would you like a hint?
And that's
I know
exactly
it's either... I know it's replica sword.
Are you sure?
Or sheath. It's not kitchen knife.
Okay.
You don't look very sure.
I've done it.
I know, but you don't look sure of me.
No, I'm not sure of you.
So it is the kitchen knife.
No.
No, okay, well then it's the sheath then. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword.
I need to run for a second, so maybe by the time I get back you'll have done it.
A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's wrong.
Oh, maybe by the time you come back I'll be done.
Look at you.
That was where I was thinking, but I kept doubting myself. I was like, no, wait.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere.
I love how they're still trying to think that, like, oh, it was, you know, Sayaka is completely innocent when clearly she was up to some shit.
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this.
I was just telling the chat that I think it's kind of funny that they're still wanting to completely assume that Sayaka's all innocent in this.
Mm-hmm.
Part of her body that shows that she never used the sword. Her palms, because they didn't have any of the gold shit on them.
Palms, right?
He's gonna come back.
Yes.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
The fucking face is on losing it.
That's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because the water was off.
According to the
Yeah, they can get insufferable sometimes. It's
was around 1:30 a.m.
honestly sometimes you kind of just look at them and go,
In other words,
were you born yesterday?
and the water in the bathroom
I think I
shuts
know
off
why
at
that is.
nighttime, right?
So, a lot of games, despite the fact that they have a mature label, will make parts of the game that are simple enough to be understood by children because they understand that there are going to be children who play the game. I personally disagree with that, and I think that's something that shouldn't be done. If it's not child safe, it's not child safe, and you shouldn't try to cater to kids. Because I've met someone who was like 5 years old who had played this game. She dressed up as one of the murder victims at a convention I went to. Like, she played the entirety of the series with her mom, I think it was. And that includes the spin-off that has the content that we're going to have to censor the fuck out of if we decide we're going to play it. Because it's got some stuff that, from a completely, you know, I'm not going to sit there and tell you how to raise your kid, but like from a completely unbiased standpoint, there is content that happens in Ultra Despair Girls that under no circumstances should be put around a child. And so, because of stuff like that, if the game is going to be rated M, and it's going to be rated M for good reason, I don't think that they should do things that make the game more playable for kids.
No.
But they know this is an anime-looking game. They know that 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds are going to pick it up and play it. So they make it as repetitive as they do to make sure that, one, you know, people who maybe aren't of the best intelligence will be able to figure it out, but also that these kids will be able to figure it out. And it's something that really irritates me about a lot of the games that are put out by this developer, because a lot of them do that. One of my favorite games by them actually doesn't, fortunately. But most of the games that I like by them, unfortunately, do that, where they really try and make it easy enough that kids who really have no business playing it can play it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say that this game should necessarily be rated M, like you have to be an adult to play it. I'm just saying you shouldn't be 5 and playing it. Like, there's content that's going to come up later in this game, comes up in the other games, especially Ultra Despair Girls, where I think you should be at least 13 or 14 going in.
Yeah.
Because the content just gets heavy enough that you really have to be that old to understand the ramifications of it. Like, I'm not going to get into it because it's spoiler heavy, but specifically Ultra Despair Girls talks a lot about sexual assault. It's a main theme of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing should not be brought up around a kid. A kid has no business needing to know about that. The only time that topic should be brought up around a child is if a child was talking to their therapist because it happened to them. And frankly, that shouldn't even happen because it shouldn't happen to kids.
Yeah.
So, It irritates me that it happens, but that is 100% why it happens. You see it with a lot of other games that are aimed towards kids. Like, I've been playing Detective Pikachu lately, and Detective Pikachu does the same thing, where it really repeats everything over and over and over and over to make sure that their audience of like 5-year-olds gets it. Because they know that adults aren't going to be turned off enough to not play it. It'll just help it get into their hands.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
That's pretty rude, Toko.
Not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means...
Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna pass any judgment, you know. There are probably some things that I saw as a kid that I shouldn't have. Or things that I've seen or played younger than I probably should have. Not many, because I was incredibly sheltered, so the only stuff that really falls into that category for me is a lot of propagandistic bullshit that kids shouldn't be exposed to. So when it comes to stuff like this, not so much. But, you know, like I said, early teens, I think you're totally fine to play Danganronpa, in my personal opinion. Obviously, you know, if you're a household that abides by the rating system, then abide by the rating system. But I do think if you're in the single digits, you are too young to play this.
Yeah. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword. I fucked up, didn't I?
You did.
I was not paying attention and I just clicked it and I was like, oh shit. The killer had the kitchen knife after all. They were both wielding the sword and the knife and attacked Sayaka with both at once. No, my brain went, oh, they damaged it because they were the one holding it and they threw it in front of the thing, which means they were the one that damaged it. But no, no. I don't see any way for that to have happened. Oops. It's fine. Oh look, it has a check mark. It must be the right answer.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Yeah, exactly. Togo, that was me, and Hifumi, that was weird. And yeah, we all mess up. It's fine.
We already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
The fucking faces.
She wasn't a blame.
Hey, Sayaka!
Sayaka! Sayaka!
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
We almost
She
be
wanted
shitty
to get
spawns.
whoever she had targeted.
Yeah, for no particular reason, I'm sure.
Where she was staying. And by
Just funny that he's
using
frozen in that
there,
kind of I've just shit my pants expression.
He probably smells worse than Hifumi right now.
But for that
Oh, I'm sorry. That was mean.
ruled out, while still keeping the room swap a secret.
Actually, Byakuya too. You can't see it because he's behind the
He can smell the shit from Leon's.
But she can't. What?
She can't.
She had like a really bad nose job done. Like the nose holes are there, but they're decorative.
Little decorative nose holes.
I would believe that.
Mhm.
It would make it easier to maintain a poker face. I would believe that she has no real nose.
So all that's why she switched the names?
He was about to shit his pants, but Leon shit his pants before him, and he's just glad that he wasn't the one who did it first.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
He can smell it, but he's not into it because Leon's a man.
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Oh, you're glad,
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing.
You know who attacked first? It was Gizmo.
She asked him to switch
Gizmo.
rooms.
Gizmo was the party hard killer, and Gizmo was the Danganronpa killer. All of them. Every single one. It was all him.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her
Are you
attack
okay?
with the knife. Then
I was just watching your ad break, and there was a Maybelline ad, and I got the whole maybe she was born with it, maybe it's Maybelline thing stuck in my head, and then I remembered the picture of Chris Hemsworth from the Thor meme from like 2014, and I was just fucking dying.
Oh no, Adriel has caught bucket.
It's fine. I looking over at Spirit screen, he is also caught in the ad jail. Yeah, you know, he's learning about anti-dandruff products. These ads must be targeted.
Feel targeted, I feel.
Maybelline, and then fucking anti-dandruff shampoo.
Just anti-trans. Dude, most of us get anti-trans ads. That would be targeted, and that would be fucking rude. I would be putting in a fucking complaint.
Sorry, I was trying to say dandruff, but I was laughing, and it turned into dandruff. It's anti-trans, but it's only at your dandruff. Your dandruff isn't allowed to be trans.
My dandruff isn't allowed to be trans.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because
Welcome back from that jail bucket.
Welcome. We were just giggling about Spirit and his ads, and the fact that they were all targeted at him.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Yeah, he got a Converse ad, a Maybelline ad, and then I'm not sure what anti-dandruff shampoo, but some kind of anti-dandruff shampoo. I just looked over just in time to see the person running their hand through their hair and like it snowing, and then it being like after, and then they did that and nothing.
Yeah, if I shake my head, it snows.
He can change the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left.
Ooh, spinny. Pizza and dog food ad. Aww.
So, also aimed at Spirit then.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Wait, no, hold on. That's right. There is still a clue left that can lead us to the killer. Sayaka left behind.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right? No.
I think the clue is that Leon was shitting his pants.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Everyone looks sick of the smell by now. They're like, oh.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote
The
something on
dining
wall
what?
behind her.
Dining what?
The what?
11037. Written in her own blood.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it.
That's not really much proof,
That could
Makoto.
only be because she used that finger.
Somebody
to
could have
write
dipped her
the
finger in the
message.
blood, you know.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers. Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah. looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one...
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but... Looking at it now, also read it...
Whoa. Said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make
Mondo,
any
that
more
was
sense
red.
than before.
Yeah, but he's Mondo, he gets a pass. Mondo could do anything and I would give him a pass. Anything. Anything at all.
Wink wonk.
Damn it, it's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
God. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot
I just know I'm gonna have to eventually explain my stand case.
Are you?
I'm gonna have to eventually get on a soapbox and be like, you see.
You see.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. Select someone. Alright guys, who do we think it is? First person to chat the answer, we pick them. Come on, first person, let's go.
Let's go.
And if you decide to be funny and pick the wrong person, I will actually pick the wrong person. So, I mean, don't test me. Oh, what, Shit Pants McGee over here?
That's not shit, it's his pants.
The key to solving this mystery is simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Ah!
If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O...
Why do you have to spell it? You could just say it.
L-E-O-N.
Oh, right, you know, for the 5-year-olds playing. Of course, I forgot, sorry.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Though I will say, I think that the age of entry for all the other games is significantly lower than fucking Ultra Despair Girls, because, like, Jesus Christ.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that
Well, the
message
shots aren't going to do her any good, Factor. You can stop.
Wellness shots. Do wellness shots.
In
They're not going to help Sayaka now.
to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result,
Oh. Snappy my spine. There we go.
standing in front of her, it ends up getting
Happy
flipped.
this time.
Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence Leon tried to get rid of. I know what that was. The burnt piece of shirt.
The burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked.
That's Sayaka, just got out with Sayaka. Sakura finally got a whip of Leon's shit pants.
Can't believe he's just standing there in it.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough.
But the name, the fact that she wrote your name is enough.
The truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible for it. I'm gonna go with Howl.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of,
Kyoko might have been your gay awakening. That's entirely fair.
That's totally fine. I don't even remember my gay awakening, because, like, I don't know, it's complicated. Being a bi-trans person makes the gay awakening complicated, because I had what could be considered a gay awakening before I had my trans awakening, but then my trans awakening negated my gay awakening, you know? So, like, I was, like, 7 or 8, getting attracted to women, and I had, gay awakening. And then, you know, I found out that I was trans by having somebody else tell me, funnily enough, when I was in high school. And the reason somebody else had to tell me was I was sitting there just, like, describing my thought patterns and how I thought and, like, the dreams I had and stuff. And people were like, people don't simply just sit there and dream that they're a guy all the time and wish that they had a penis. This is not something that most people do. And I'm like, wait, what? Most girls don't do this? What? So then I find out, I guess I'm trans. I didn't realize that was a thing you could be. I thought there was just cisgendered people and cross-dressers. I didn't realize trans was a thing you could be. Amazing. And then I was like, wait a minute. But when was my gay awakening? Because my first gay awakening is actually a straight awakening. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No, if we're being serious, though, it was a combination of David Bowie and Sebastian Michaelis. Combination of those two. Don't know which one happened first. Not sure. Don't remember.
I don't know.
Don't know.
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
You could easily disprove that by the fact that the piece of cloth wouldn't fit around Hifumi's wrist. Like, not to be mean. But you can tell it wouldn't be Chihiro and it wouldn't be Hifumi right off the... or Sakura right off the bat because it would not fit their wrists.
Yep.
No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves Leon is the real killer.
Wee! Spinny, spinny.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Oh. I take some of this shit, like, way too literally, and then I fucking fuck up.
Right. Yes, you just had a general awakening.
Yeah, I just had awakening. It was a Fire Emblem awakening.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the
Ooh.
incinerator was
Ooh.
the person in charge of the trash?
Ooh.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
I love the music.
Hold
That's good.
on.
Yeah, it's great. I used to just sit and listen to it.
Yeah.
Without using the trash room. But if you
I'm
can't
still,
get past
I've
the
just
gate,
once again remembered the fact that Lawrence has a deathly fear of Nagito Komaeda, and it's totally my fault.
yes, you could.
Like, it wasn't even just like a temporary scare, it was as recently as like 9 months ago. See? Like, Lawrence had a dream about Nagito Komaeda killing the entire family like 9 months ago, and I got a phone call in the middle of the night about it.
Wow.
And that's because Lawrence had one glance at Nagito Komaeda on the screen, and I think it was the hair and the eyes that did it. But like, I've never seen someone so scared of one still image in my life. It's so fun.
What is it? Some kind of glass ball? It's busted. Actually, it was.
And I just occasionally remember it.
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was to throw it.
To Vine with it.
To Vine with
Simply
it.
took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
An awakening.
An awakening.
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. I was quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
I want another piercing.
What?
I want another piercing.
Yeah, me too.
Are you wanting the same one I'm wanting in this moment?
Absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
I don't know. Uh-huh.
I got it!
I just keep staring at it on Leon and I'm like, I need that.
Baseball star.
I need that so bad. I'm not allowed, but I need it.
Do you have any idea?
Like, I've already got more face piercings than I'm allowed to have for work.
A target 30 feet away would surely be lit.
You know, they're in the nose, so like, nobody knows this time.
Nobody knows.
Technically, I'm allowed one of the ones on the side, I think. This one I can flip up. And so, most people who I work with think I've only got two. So they're like, it's just one over the limit, but I'm actually two over the limit. And I'm like, putting one right here in my right here in my lip probably would be a little too far over the limit for people to be fine with it.
I'm not the killer. These goddamn shit.
And I'm sad about it.
Got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
Dakota, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me. What the hell do you mean end
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument, no. No. I don't need to explain the closing argument to people, it's fine. The killer
I
is
think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Gee, what? And yes, comic book time.
She'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily. And Sayaka knew about that because I told her. But of course, the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, so left behind some indisputable evidence.
You can really tell what we've been watching lately whenever you watch any of our streams. It's so glaringly obvious.
It really is.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence?
I have the evidence. Oh, bullet time battle. Let's see. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka BTB BTW. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with the tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the A button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the Y button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button, so watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the Y button to shoot it down with the truth bullet like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll become victorious. But just like before, your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the killer use?
I don't think he objects.
Well,
I think the chat's right. I don't think he objects.
You know, object.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure this out.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? This should prove it.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind
Thank
of
you.
tool the killer used to remove them.
Dab, dab.
Dab, dab.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Cryptic is shielding Wando. He doesn't have to look.
No, don't look, Mondo.
He's like, oh no, Hero, don't look either.
That must be what he used.
I feel we can look.
We can look. Just look at the eyebrows.
But the toolkit in my room.
No look, Makoto.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were
Taka
inside
is
it.
also allowed to look.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the
Chihiro's
killer
getting booped.
naturally assumed there wouldn't be
A
one.
slow boot.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
It really does suck. It was self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
His death scene is coming up if people are going to need to look away for any reason. Ya boy, Medals.
No.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be?
Aw.
What's it gonna
Fuck, it's an deal again.
Oh, not agile. It's so cute.
V is excited. It's punishment time.
It's punishment time! The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata!
Oh, hold on a second.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? She fucking attacked him. They're acting like he's such a bad guy, but she fucking tried to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, he's pretty much innocent in all this. Like, he's just getting royally fucked over for having too much faith in her.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe it. Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you? I didn't have a choice. It was kill or be killed.
If it makes you feel any better, we were totally stalling for you to get back.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I killed her first. None of you are any different. One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this. I was just unlucky, that's all.
Hey, come on!
Come on, you expect me to just accept my death?
I want that piercing so bad. I want it so bad. Everything becomes clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because what we come up with is really the truth. Then the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped in here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck here. The one thing more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have seen something like that happen to them, and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can now do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that.
Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness.
What did you say?
I understand. I really do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love.
Stop screwing with us. This is your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But
That's enough.
She said that's enough, so I just assumed that was to skip it.
Okay. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough that I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now.
Damn it!
Aw, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her. Yeah, that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your own very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing.
But by that point, she'd already attempted to kill him. So all she would have had to have done is the next day claim that he tried to kill her, and he probably would have gotten the crap kicked out of him, if not killed by Mondo and the others. So he really couldn't stop what he was doing. She had already made the attempt on his life. She was going to keep going until he ended up dead.
But you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder? No, that's not.
Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh. Are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand?
I can't say that Leon is solely to blame. Of course I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either.
Why? It's entirely her fault.
Because the one to blame is him.
What?
If it weren't for you, this would have never happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Uh-oh. Did you awaken your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you?
Just shut the fuck up!
Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Really? You're not gonna say the whole line? Okay, fine.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
It's like you've said that much of it. Just say the whole line. Come on, just pay the VA for the whole line. Come on.
Come on.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No!
V right there with the line in the chat.
He was ready.
He was so excited. His execution is gonna look a lot like a stoning. If that's gonna bother you, please look away. what we saw, that was the face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
Oh, what's going on?
I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and just accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some kind of dark, awful, secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear. So why are you putting such an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't need to make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a mile on a scale. I don't even think that's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground.
You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking your way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame.
Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place.
You're trapped, aren't you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we get to live here forever?
What are you trying to say? I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Anyway, let's get to the Blackened's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later.
And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were all stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second?
She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about.
I can't even see what emoji that was supposed to be. Oops. You are Monokuma in another life. I see, V. I see. In that case, why would you do this? Why? Teach me why.
Teach me why.
It's about Sayaka, isn't it?
I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the Clash trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself.
You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you.
She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you.
I think her final thought was how she could fuck over Leon.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So...
The fact she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it.
That or it proves that she was really pissed at Leon.
If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message.
Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who'd killed her.
Makoto coming in with common sense.
For once.
For once. That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Well, I do. So, case closed.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation.
Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm gonna carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go.
So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you.
As she said that, she revealed the smallest of smiles.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka?
Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Well, that's chapter 1, guys. What do we think? What do we think? Is everybody impressed? Are they like, oh, such game,
much wow.
much wow. Anyway, so tomorrow we finally got our factor stream coming up, and that's going to be fun. We're going to be doing some food-based games. I think we settled on Cooking Mama and Overcooked, depending on what people want. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it'll be the Switch version of Cooking Mama. I don't remember exactly what it's called off the top of my head, or any of the Overcooked, because I've also got those for the Switch. If it's Cooking Mama, it'll probably alternate between being me and Spirit, and if it's Overcooked, then obviously both of us will be playing. Partway through that stream, we're going to go through their menu and kind of pick through what our dream items to order would be, and we are actually going to order them. Though you won't see us doing that on stream because, you know, that would dox me, and I don't want to dox me. That would be awful.
That would be horrendous.
So instead, we will pick out some meal options together, and what we pick together as a group will be what we order. So you are not allowed to pick anything that we are going to be allergic to. I'm putting that out there right now.
No orange-based foods and no shrimps.
No shrimps. Doctor is already trying to get me to get shrimps. It's like, no shrimps.
No shrimps.
No shrimps. Anyway, next week is going to be kind of an interesting week. We don't know if there will be any streams or not. It's our anniversary week, and we didn't actually get to take time off of my job or really anything for that matter when we got married. We got married over my lunch break and kind of had to do stuff, you know, like almost a week later on the weekend. So this year we want to actually spend some quality time together. I'm not getting to take the full week off, but I am getting to take Wednesday through Sunday off. And, you know, Wednesday through Saturday is just when we stream. So we know for certain that there will not be a stream on Thursday because we'll be at a concert.
Yes.
But any other days, if there's going to be a stream, we'll tell you a couple hours in advance, but I would not bank on it. Does that include your art stream? Are you going to be doing your art stream next week?
Probably not.
Okay. So no art stream, probably no nothing. We'll be picking up the second week of March instead.
Yes.
So if that changes and we decide we really want to do a stream, because sometimes we go too long without doing a stream and we feel really, really sad, like we miss you guys and we want to do this again. So
yeah.
If we decide that that's going to be the case, we will let you guys know. We will reach out to you in the Discord server if either Spirit or Sun would be so kind as to put that up. If you join through the Discord server, you'll have notifications of all that kind of fun stuff. Also, our Discord server people are who get to vote on what sponsor we have. So for Factor, that was actually chosen by a couple of people within the Discord server, including the Moderator and Bucket, I believe.
Yes.
I believe they were two of the people who voted for it. So we put up a list of all the sponsorship opportunities that are available to us, minus the ones that are products that like I just don't think are the kind of quality I would want to send out to you guys. So, if it's a game I don't care for or a service I don't care for, it won't be up there. But if it's a game that I'm interested in giving a try, or if it's a service that we've used before, like Factor, I've actually used Factor before. I used it a little while ago. It was between the homelessness phase and the Spirit coming to live with me phase. I think I was recovering from some kind of medical thing at the time, but it was very, very useful. So that's why they were on the list of places that were an option, because I've used Factor and I've used their parent company, HelloFresh, many, many times, and I really, really like the service that they offer.
Yes.
So if you want to join, whoever the first person who has done it up here is, if you order using our link, you'll get 50% off your first box, and I want to say it's 20% off of your subsequent boxes up until the 5th one or something like that. You'll also get 2 free of their health shots.
The wellness shots that they kept trying to promote when everyone was dying.
Yeah. They look pretty good. They're like the size of a shot glass, and they usually go for like $5 each. So it's like a $10 value each time you order. And you get those as long as you're active. So, you buy 1 box, you get 2 free shots. You buy 50 boxes, you get 100 free shots. So it's just kind of whenever you're comfortable. Mm-hmm. They've got quite a wide menu for quite a few different menu choices that people can pick. They've got like keto-friendly, vegetarian, flexitarian, which I still don't understand the concept of, but it's fine. A protein-heavy diet, and then I think they've got one for picky eaters as well. Mm-hmm. I think we selected that we wanted their classics, the picky eaters, and the generally healthy one. I think those were the low calorie or whatever. I think those were the choices that we picked for like their suggestions.
Yes.
But obviously we're going to pick out exactly what we order tomorrow. So it's going to be great.
I'm glad the representation makes you happy, Bucket.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it's like a child-friendly or a picky eater-friendly menu. Them and HelloFresh both have it. But their food is quality. Absolutely love it. I just don't order it very often because, I've gotten Spirit living here, and he can make the fresh foods. And, the fresh foods don't take up as much space as, like, the pre-made foods. So, have more food in the fridge, go shopping slightly less often. Yeah. But it's going to be nice for Spirit to get to take a little bit of a break. And we really appreciate those of you who voted for this option picking it when you did, because it lines up with the week after the week that we'll get it is the week after our anniversary and everything. So it'll be me finally going back to work after almost a week off, and him going back to doing stuff after almost a week off. And so it'll really help ease us back in to the normal schedule.
Yeah.
We're going to be using these for lunches primarily. So it'll be nice that, I can just go in and microwave or put in the oven, whatever I got to do, whatever the instructions tell me, for whatever meal, and boom, food. Like that. Instead of having to make both lunch and dinner every day. So yeah. We're going to also pick the wellness shots, and we'll tell you how those go. We'll probably put them in actual shot glasses, go cheers, clink them, and drink them. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We've got these little Gudetama shot glasses. It'll be perfect. So I think I'm going to pick the kale-based one because the idea of a drink with pepper in it scares me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The kale-looking one looks good. Like, that one seems like it could be interesting for me. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, if you guys are interested in doing that, it'll be for the next month, but it does take a couple of days for it to show up that, you've done through our link.
Perfect for Gizmo.
Not perfect for Gizmo. There is stuff in there Gizmo cannot have. Which is why it is mine, Gizmo, and not yours. Mine!
Stomp.
But it's fine. He's got an entire bunch of kale in the fridge. Which, we actually gave him too much kale the other day. We gave him, like, an abundance of kale and pick as much as he wanted. He actually got mad that there was too much. Mm-hmm. He ate all he could, and then he sat there stomping around until the rest of it was removed. He was like, "Get that out of my tank! I don't want it! I am full! Take it away! No more!"
He's such a sassy little dude.
He just stomped around and started throwing an utter tantrum. I don't think I've ever thrown a fit that somebody's giving me too much food.
No.
Well, I've never thrown a fit. I've been disappointed by it like twice, but that was because it was a plate of refried beans, and I hate refried beans. Oh, bring you the dragon.
Bring them the dragon.
Did Nagito actually fuck up the camera? Does it look fine?
It looks like he actually turned the camera around to the perfect angle for them to see Gizmo.
Oh, okay, he did. Perfect angle. Well, look, he's up there. He's in his little corner. He's taking a nap underneath the heats, underneath the lights, getting his UVs. Yeah, I cannot stand beans. I like green beans, and that's it. And that's because they've got a completely different texture. But yeah, that's actually a perfect shot.
Yeah. Look at Nagito being the perfect cameraman.
I can't believe I got on him about it. Like, Nagito, no!
Nagito knew.
He knew. He knew.
See, I like beans, but apparently that makes me a weirdo. We were talking about beans the other day there. What was it? Oh, you were like, is tofu made of beans? And you were really sad because you wanted to like tofu.
I wanted to like tofu. My aunt told me I should like tofu, and so I wanted to like tofu. And I'm just like, if it's made of beans, I don't think I can like it. Makes me sad. Sad. It's like chicken. Like, I like certain things that have chicken in them, but if you're trying to get me to eat something, don't tell me it's chicken. That's not a selling point. It's beef or nothing.
Left beef.
Left beef. None salad left beef.
None salad left beef.
Which I kind of potentially want to go again next week.
I see.
But only if you're fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see. Do we have... No, not clip that. I accidentally made a clip. I didn't mean to make a clip.
It's like giving a kid something sweet like a smoothie with a bit of kale or something. Don't tell them they can't tell. Yes, I see.
Yeah. None salad left beef.
None salad left beef.
None soup left beef.
None soup left beef.
None smoothie left beef.
None smoothie left beef.
None soup left beef.
None soup left beef.
None salad left beef.
Beef.
Alright, can you make sure Lady Chaos VTuber is still live this time? Because last time
looks like she
was not. And so I just want to make sure before I announce.
Is.
Okay, cool. Before I announce we're going to raid Lady Chaos VTuber, I want to make sure she's actually live.
She is.
So, son, do you want the rest of your 5 minutes with Gizmo, or are you good for us to go ahead and cut over to the raid? Because we know you redeemed the 5 minutes with Gizmo, so if you want the remaining 2 minutes, we can find something to do. Now, we good? I think we need to get going so that Son can go and take something for his fever and lay down.
Yeah. Son needs to go lie down.
Alright, well, keep it creepy.
Keep it weird.
And most importantly, stay queer. Go join Lady Chaos VTuber with Sons of the Forest. I've heard it's great. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.